Y'all, stop everything for a second, because this is not just another celebrity rumor. This is an $8 million betrayal caught on tape. A phone call was secretly recorded. A deal was discussed. And now, 50 Cent has leaked what might be the most shocking confession of Papoose's life. According to the audio that's circulating online, Papoose didn't just walk away from Remy Ma. He may have done it for a massive $8 million business deal with Claressa Shields. And if that's true, then this isn't love. This is strategy. Because in that call, Papoose allegedly says, "I still love Remy, but I can't say no to $8 million. That one line has sent shockwaves across the internet. Fans are now questioning everything: the live streams, the luxury gifts, the deleted footage, and Claressa's sudden silence. Was she really his partner, or was she just the financial solution to a broken marriage? And the scariest part? If this call is real, then the relationship you thought was romance was actually a contract. And by the end of this video, you'll see why the industry is asking, was Claressa Shields ever meant to know the truth? Before this leaked phone call ever shook the internet, there was already tension building behind the scenes, a quiet storm nobody was supposed to notice. Because for years, Papoose and Remy Ma were seen as hip-hop's most loyal power couple. Through prison sentences, industry hate, and financial pressure, they built an image that screamed unbreakable. But what the public saw as love, insiders say, was slowly turning into control, strategy, and survival. Now enter Claressa Shields, a world champion boxer, a self-made millionaire, and one of the most respected athletes on the planet. Strong, independent, and focused on building her empire, she had everything Papoose allegedly needed at the time: money, influence, and credibility. And that's exactly where the story begins to twist. Because sources claim Papoose didn't just get close to Claressa out of friendship or admiration. He allegedly became her business advisor and manager. At least, that's what the public was told. But behind closed doors, things were reportedly much deeper. Around the same time, Remy Ma was facing serious financial pressure. Reports surfaced about unpaid taxes, legal disputes, and industry debt stacking higher and higher. And when a marriage starts collapsing under that kind of weight, loyalty stops feeling romantic. It starts feeling transactional. That's when people noticed Papoose slowly shifting his presence. Instead of standing beside Remy Ma, he was suddenly appearing more frequently with Claressa, at events, on live streams, and even in luxury stores. And here's where it gets suspicious. Claressa Shields would go live from designer boutiques, proudly showing off what she was buying. Bags, jewelry, clothing, receipts, everything in plain sight. But then hours later, those same items would somehow appear on Papoose's page, framed as if he gifted them. At first, fans thought it was just love. Then they started seeing patterns. Because that's not gifting, that's optics. And if optics are being controlled, then so is the narrative. Meanwhile, 50 Cent, the industry's most unpredictable whistleblower, had already been hinting at something dark happening behind the scenes. Posting cryptic messages, throwing shade at fake power couples, talking about loyalty being bought instead of earned. Nobody paid attention. Until now. Because the phone call he allegedly leaked suggests this entire triangle, Papoose, Claressa, and Remy Ma, was never just about emotions. It was about money. According to the audio, Papoose was offered an $8 million deal tied to Claressa Shields' upcoming fights and brand endorsements. But that deal came with one brutal condition. He had to publicly distance himself from Remy Ma and reposition himself as Claressa's exclusive manager, possibly even her partner, for marketing purposes. And if that's true, then Claressa wasn't just dating a man. She was unknowingly funding a system built to protect a marriage that never ended. Think about that. Because the same people calling Claressa a homewrecker might actually be ignoring the fact that she could have been the one getting used. A buffer, a solution, a financial shield. And now, with this phone call surfacing, the narrative flips. Was Claressa really the other woman? Or was she the target? Because if Papoose's confession is real, then the story the public believed for months wasn't romance. It was leverage disguised as love. And the moment that realization hits, the entire industry starts looking different. Because now the question isn't just what Papoose did. It's what Claressa was never supposed to find out. And trust me, this is only the beginning. Everything changed the moment 50 Cent allegedly hit upload. Because this wasn't just gossip anymore. This was a leaked phone call, the kind that destroys relationships, exposes hidden agendas, and sends shockwaves through the entire celebrity world. According to multiple so-called insider sources, 50 Cent obtained a private late-night phone conversation involving Papoose, and what he said in that call left everyone stunned. The subject? An $8 million deal with Claressa Shields. But the price of that deal? Remy Ma. The audio, which was reportedly recorded just days before Christmas, begins with Papoose sounding anxious, almost like he was carrying a secret too heavy to hide any longer. The voice on the other end, believed to be a powerful industry executive, calmly asks, "So, is the Claressa arrangement finalized?" And without hesitation, Papoose replies, "Yeah, it's locked in. 8 million. Fights, endorsements, branding, the whole thing." That alone would have been enough to shake the internet. But then comes the moment that made fans freeze. The executive asks, "And Remy? What happens to her in all this?" There's a long, uncomfortable pause. Then Papoose finally says, "She'll understand when it's done." Those words sounded less like love and more like a business decision. And suddenly, the story transforms from relationship drama into something darker, something calculated. Because what that call suggested was terrifying. That Papoose was allegedly being pushed to step away from Remy Ma, so he and Claressa Shields could be packaged and sold as a new power couple in the boxing and hip-hop world. A marketing move. A rebranding strategy. A betrayal worth millions. But here comes the first major twist that nobody saw coming. Because in the very same call, the executive asks, "Does Claressa know all the details yet?" And Papoose quietly responds, "Not everything. She doesn't need to right now." That single line turned the entire narrative upside down. Because if Claressa didn't know the full truth about the arrangement, then this wasn't just a triangle of ambition and heartbreak. It was a setup. Fans started connecting the dots immediately. Just weeks earlier, Claressa Shields had posted glamorous holiday shopping videos, expensive designer outfits, jewelry, and luxury gifts. And on Papoose's social media, fans noticed something eerie. The same gifts, the same items, presented as if he had bought them for her. It felt like a scripted romance, designed to look real for the cameras. But insiders claim the reality behind it was far more complicated. They say Claressa was being positioned as the next big brand face, and Papoose was allegedly placed in the role of her business manager or strategic partner to help elevate her mainstream presence. And that's when the story exploded into pure chaos. Because around that same time, a first store video surfaced online showing Papoose and Claressa shopping together, laughing, holding hands, filming each other, just like Papoose used to do with Remy Ma. The resemblance was impossible to ignore. But then, almost immediately after it went viral, the video was deleted. The store owner later claimed they received a direct request to remove it for legal reasons. Legal reasons? Or damage control? Because in the world of fake celebrity scandals, when evidence disappears, it usually means something is being hidden. And while fans were still processing the leaked call and the vanished footage, Claressa Shields posted something that felt heartbreakingly real. A simple message. One sentence. "I was alone on Christmas. No drama. No accusations. No explanation." But paired with the leaked call, it became chilling. Because now the audience began to wonder, was Claressa truly part of this deal? Or was she being used as the financial centerpiece while Papoose made the decisions behind the scenes? The emotional tension grew even heavier when Papoose's own past statements resurfaced. In older interviews, he had repeatedly said, "My loyalty is with Remy. Always." But now, that promise was being tested by millions of dollars and global fame. And that's when another so-called whistleblower entered the picture, the controversial blogger Tasha K. She claimed she had access to the original first store footage before it was deleted, and she hinted that the video contained more than just shopping. She said it showed Claressa and Papoose discussing future plans, branding partnerships, and travel arrangements for fights. Meaning this wasn't just love. It was business. And when fans heard that, they realized something terrifying. This wasn't a random rumor. It was a carefully orchestrated move to reshape Papoose's public image and Claressa's career at the same time. Money meets marriage. Ambition meets loyalty. And the one person left in the dark? Remy Ma. Sources say Remy Ma had no idea about the deal until the leaked audio started trending worldwide. And when she found out, her reaction was described as devastated, but furious. One insider said, she felt like she was being traded for money. Another claimed, she believed Claressa was the reason behind everything, but later realized Claressa might have been used too. So now the audience is stuck in the middle of this emotional battlefield. Is Papoose the villain who sold out his marriage for an $8 million deal? Or is he the pawn being pressured by powerful industry figures? Is Claressa Shields the mastermind behind the rebranding, or the victim of a contract she never fully agreed to? Because at this stage, nobody knows the real truth. And that's exactly what makes this scandal impossible to ignore. Because the more this story unfolds, the more it looks like a web of money, manipulation, and broken trust. And as fans continue to dig deeper, one question keeps haunting everyone. If this leaked phone call was only the beginning, what else is about to come out next? Just when the internet thought the leaked phone call was the peak of this drama, everything took a darker, more explosive turn. Because now, it wasn't just about a secret deal or emotional betrayal. It became a full-scale public war between reputations, loyalty, and power. Within hours of the audio going viral, Claressa Shields' name was trending worldwide, not for her boxing skills, but for being at the center of what fans started calling the $8 million love scandal. And that's when things truly escalated. A mysterious industry insider released what they claimed were screenshots of private contract negotiations between Papoose and a high-level promotional firm tied to Claressa's brand. The documents allegedly showed Claressa's upcoming fights and endorsements being restructured under one shocking condition. A visible partnership with Papoose is required to maximize marketability. Marketability. Not love. Not respect. Business. And the most chilling part? The contract supposedly described Remy Ma as an obstacle to public image growth. An obstacle. That one word turned this into something far more personal and far more dangerous. Because now, fans believed this wasn't just a relationship issue. It was a career takeover plan. Then, another shocking detail emerged. A voice recording surfaced, allegedly from a meeting between Claressa's management and Papoose's team. In that clip, someone is heard saying, "If Remy refuses to step aside, we'll handle it through the courts." The courts? For a relationship? This sounded like emotional pressure mixed with legal intimidation, and it pushed the narrative into pure chaos. Social media exploded instantly. Fans started accusing Papoose of selling out his marriage for fame and money. Others believed Claressa was being used as the face of the deal, while powerful executives controlled the real decisions behind the scenes. But the drama didn't stop there, because then came the most shocking reveal yet. A luxury hotel staff member allegedly leaked that Claressa and Papoose had been seen in a private suite just days before the call was recorded. Not just meeting, not just talking, strategizing. They were reportedly discussing branding appearances, fight promotions, and joint business ventures. Which meant one thing. This wasn't random. This was planned. And suddenly, Remy Ma's silence became the loudest reaction of all. Fans began asking, was she blindsided? Or was she waiting for the right moment to strike back? Because history has shown that Remy Ma doesn't just react, she retaliates. And if that wasn't enough, Papoose's own close friend allegedly posted a cryptic message that sent shockwaves through the fanbase. Sometimes loyalty gets traded for contracts. No names, no details. But everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. And that's when the internet realized something terrifying. This wasn't just a rumor anymore. It was turning into a career-ending scandal for someone involved. Either Papoose had betrayed Remy Ma for millions, or Claressa Shields' entire reputation was being used in a dangerous business play. And the most unsettling part? Neither of them publicly denied anything. They just went quiet. And when powerful people go silent, it usually means the real storm is still coming. Because the deeper the situation gets, the more it feels like a hidden power struggle disguised as love and loyalty. And right now, the entire world is watching, waiting for one person to finally break their silence. But the real question is, who's going to talk first? And what truth will they reveal when they do? The moment the leaked phone call and contract screenshots hit the internet, the reaction was immediate and absolutely explosive. Fans weren't just shocked. They were divided. On one side, thousands of people accused Papoose of being a sellout, claiming he sacrificed his marriage with Remy Ma for money, fame, and a strategic partnership with Claressa Shields. One viral tweet read, "You don't trade love for contracts. That's not ambition. That's betrayal." Another fan posted, "Remy Ma stood by him for years. And now he's choosing $8 million over loyalty? That's cold." Within hours, hashtags like #StandWithRemy and #PapoosExposed began trending worldwide. But not everyone believed Papoose was the villain. Some fans thought he was simply being manipulated by powerful executives, forced into a deal that could change both his and Claressa's careers. One supporter wrote, "This looks like industry pressure, not personal betrayal. Someone is controlling the narrative." Then came the Claressa Shields backlash. Her supporters were furious, saying the entire story was damaging her image as a champion and professional athlete. One boxing analyst posted, "Claressa Shields is a world champion. She doesn't need rap drama to stay relevant. This feels like someone is using her name for attention." Meanwhile, entertainment blogs and gossip channels fueled the chaos by releasing their own insider reports. One outlet claimed, "Industry executives are trying to rebrand Claressa into a mainstream celebrity icon, and Papoose is allegedly part of that transition." Another headline screamed, "Is Claressa Shields a victim or a player in the $8 million image swap?" Even celebrities began subtly reacting. 50 Cent's own post sparked a storm when he wrote, "Money makes people talk. Loyalty makes people disappear." Fans instantly connected the dots. Was he hinting at Papoose's alleged confession? Or warning Claressa Shields that she was caught in something far bigger than boxing? Then another rapper tweeted, "If your wife becomes an obstacle in your contract, you never deserved her." That line alone was retweeted over 50,000 times in a single night. And the industry itself started to panic. Music insiders suggested this scandal could affect not just Papoose's reputation, but also Claressa's endorsement deals and sponsorship image. A source from a major sports brand allegedly said, "If this story keeps trending, Claressa's public image could be at risk." Nobody wants their champion tied to fake relationship scandals. At the same time, others claimed this entire controversy was strategically designed for publicity. One PR expert commented, "Whether it's true or not, this kind of narrative builds massive attention. If this is fake, it's the smartest viral marketing move we've seen in years." So now, the public doesn't know what to believe. Is this a real betrayal fueled by money and ambition? Or is this an industry-level publicity stunt that went too far? Because either way, the damage has already been done. And the more people argue about it, the more this scandal continues to spread. But the most shocking part of all? Remy Ma still hasn't said a word. And in a situation like this, silence isn't weakness. It's preparation. Because if and when she finally speaks, the entire story could flip again, and someone's career might not survive it. And that leaves everyone with one terrifying thought. If this is how the public is reacting now, what will happen when the real truth finally comes out? Just when the world thought this scandal had reached its breaking point, a new revelation surfaced that changed the entire story and made everything even more dangerous. Because now, it wasn't just about a leaked phone call or an $8 million deal. It was about who actually set this up in the first place. Late last night, an anonymous source claiming to be close to 50 Cent's inner circle dropped what they called the original unedited audio. And in that version of the call, one detail stood out, a name that had never been mentioned before. The voice on the other line wasn't just an executive. According to the source, it was connected to a major sports management agency that represents Claressa Shields. That meant this wasn't random industry pressure. This was allegedly coming from Claressa's own camp. And then came the most shocking line of all. In the unedited version, Papoose can allegedly be heard saying, "If Remy fights this, it could ruin everything. They said the branding won't work unless I'm free." Free. As if his marriage had become a contractual problem to fix. And that's when fans realized this wasn't just emotional betrayal. This was career manipulation at the highest level. But the twist didn't stop there. Because just minutes after that unedited audio started circulating, 50 Cent posted another cryptic message that made the internet go insane. He wrote, "The truth ain't done leaking yet. Part 2 drops when they start lying." Part 2. Which meant he might have even more recordings, contracts, or receipts ready to expose. And right after that, Remy Ma's close friend uploaded a post that looked like a direct warning. If you think this is bad, wait till the next call comes out. Next call? So now the entire internet is bracing for something even bigger. Was there another phone call? One that proves Claressa knew about everything? Or one that shows Papoose was forced into this deal against his will? Because if that second call is real, it could flip the entire narrative overnight. And here's the scariest part. Both Papoose and Claressa Shields have gone completely silent. No denials, no explanations, no reactions. And in celebrity scandals like this, silence doesn't mean innocence. It usually means they're preparing for impact. Because whatever comes out next could destroy someone's reputation for good. And insiders are now claiming this situation has gone far beyond rumors. They say there are already legal teams involved behind the scenes trying to stop more leaks from coming out. Which tells us one thing. If lawyers are panicking, the next revelation must be absolutely devastating. So now, the audience is left with a terrifying cliffhanger. Did Papoose really confess to sacrificing Remy Ma for an $8 million partnership with Claressa Shields? Was Claressa Shields secretly part of this rebranding plot all along? Or is 50 Cent about to expose something so shocking that it flips both of them into victims? Because according to him, the truth hasn't even started yet. And if this was only part 1 of the leak, then the next update might be the one that changes everything forever. So stay ready, because the next bombshell could drop at any second, and when it does, the entire industry is going to feel it. So, what do you think is really going on here? Did Papoose betray Remy Ma for that $8 million deal? Or is Claressa Shields being framed in something much bigger? Drop your opinion in the comments, because the next leak could change everything, and I want to know whose side you're on. If you're ready for the full truth, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because when part 2 drops, you don't want to miss it. This story is only getting started.